My name is Marlene Kranz and I'm a shoe designer. I started out as a theatre set and costume designer, so I was able to make all sorts of things, building props, making complete outfits, garments, the lot. But what was ever missing was my ability to physically make a pair of shoes. I always enjoyed making things with my hands. That's just something which appears to be my ongoing thing, giving me joy, whatever it is. About 20 years ago, there was a time in my life when I thought it's time for a new challenge. So I happened to come across an old cobbler, and that was in Sydney Road. There were quite a lot of aging shoemakers still around with their little shops. So I happened to manage to weasel my way into one of those shops, and there was an old guy who said, okay, you can come once a week. So I did that. So in between being taught certain techniques at school and then him basically ripping it all to shreds whenever I told him what I learned, and he really said, this is not the way to do it, an old Italian guy. And then he showed me his technique. So I thought, oh, well, I take it all. I was more interested in the bespoke part of shoemaking because mass production per se is not what I've considered to be in my path. The way my shoes are designed, I'm interested in timelessness and longevity. So it's not a fashion product per se, it's a style, it's something, unless something drastic happens to the shoe, which will accompany through many, many years to come if you take care of it. So I was part of the 2017 Fellows. My fellowship was around looking into how sustainable is eco-leather. I went to the Netherlands, I went to England, Germany, Italy and Spain. At that stage there was a trend, every second word was sustainability. And of course that also was applied to the fashion industry, who for very justified reasons has been under scrutiny for many years, and so it should be, because it's one of the most wasteful industries you can imagine. Being slightly, probably a bit cynical, I thought, I wonder how sustainable or how eco leather can really be. I just felt it needs to be fact-checked. I came home with a new appreciation for leather and the understanding that at that stage, no one should be able to declare their project a sustainable alternative to leather. At that stage was simply not true. It made me even more determined to focus on what can be achieved and what can we do on a smaller scale, or what is actually possible. With this idea, I met with people in similar situations to me, and I also made sure that I visit people who are actively on the forefront of developing new techniques, look into circular economy, and look into or have already produced alternatives to leather. Anybody who's thinking of applying for a fellowship, I would certainly encourage them to try not to overthink it, because from memory I thought it was you can get easily intimidated by that concept. But if you feel you're passionate about something, be as genuine as you can. It comes back to learning, keep learning and becoming or staying excited about what you do. I think that the fellowship, it leaves an impact. And I am convinced it's a lifelong impact. Just to get the idea back again, yes, there is an outside world, yes, there is something else happening. There are very many exciting projects outside of Australia, and I take that energy back into Australia. Yeah, that's ongoing. It's a great thing.